Hey guys, and welcome back to Mad About Skin. In today's video, we are talking about what I think is going to be the hottest new skincare ingredient in 2021, and that is Bakuchiol. Whilst the real hardcore skincare nerds will know this isn't actually a new ingredient, it's been around in skincare for a couple of years now, but it's going to explode in 2021, and so I thought I'd jump on, film a video, and talk about some of the pros, the cons, the truth, the myths, and which are the best Bakuchiol products on the market if you want to get ahead of the game and include this in your skincare routine. So if you want to know more about Bakuchiol, keep on watching. So let's start with what is Bakuchiol. Well, it is a plant-based ingredient which is often hailed as an alternative to retinol. Proponents say not only is it a natural retinol, and I'll come on to my thoughts on that later on in the video, but it also delivers all the benefits that you can expect from a retinol: the anti-aging, the skin resurfacing, the boosting collagen levels in the skin, all the good stuff that we reach for a retinol for. But, and this is the key bit, without any of the side effects: no redness, no peeling, no irritation, none of the retinol nasties, yet all of the benefits. It seems almost too good to be true, so we're going to pick it apart and work out whether actually there is a place for it in your skincare routine. So let's first look at the science behind this. There have been a number of scientific studies done into Bakuchiol. Of course, it's not as well studied as some of the other vitamin A derivatives that have been around for longer, but there is a good body of scientific research done into it. I'm going to link some of the studies below in case you do want to, delve into the science a little bit more and check out some of those studies. But what these studies, to summarize, actually show is that it does, when used twice a day, mimic the results of other vitamin A derivatives in terms of that anti-aging and that collagen production, but it doesn't lead to any sustained sensitivity, irritation, or redness. So that kind of backs up what a lot of the people and the proponents of Bakuchiol are saying. That's kind of the truth behind the product, but let's look at some of the myths. People often refer to this as a natural alternative to retinol. That's absolute rubbish. I mean, any ingredient can be synthesized, can be naturally derived. Just because your retinol is a retinol doesn't mean that it's not natural. Just because your Bakuchiol is Bakuchiol doesn't mean it is natural. So I just get away from using terms like toxic, non-toxic, natural, unnatural. It doesn't really mean anything, and so I don't think we should be looking at this as a natural alternative to retinols. Retinols are perfectly safe and perfectly fine to use on the skin, as is Bakuchiol, and so I don't think in that terms there's that much difference. People do often refer to it as a safe and non-irritating version of retinol. That is true. These studies have shown that it doesn't create significant sensitivity, redness, or irritation. However, the myth comes in by suggesting that this is suitable for everybody. As with all products, if you want to introduce a Bakuchiol, you need to patch test it because it is a plant-derived ingredient, and so you can have a sensitivity to it. Just because it's more gentle than some more traditional forms of vitamin A derivative in terms of how it works on the skin doesn't mean that you can't be allergic to it, you couldn't have a reaction to it, and so make sure you still patch test before you do try it. Also, whilst the studies are there to support that it does create the same outcomes and results as a traditional form of vitamin A derivative or a retinol, it is worth noting that it does take longer. You have to apply it more often, and it will take longer to show those results. So overall, yes, you can expect to get very similar results, but you do have to invest a little bit more time, and the product does need to be applied more often. These studies have shown it works and mimics the effect of other vitamin A derivatives when used twice a day, whereas obviously if you're using a retinol, you would use it only once on an evening. So you do need to bear that in mind. So let's come on, who could benefit from Bakuchiol? Well, I actually think it's a great ingredient to have in your skincare routine. I'm usually somebody who tends to go with the old style ingredients because there's more testing behind them, but I'm fully comfortable with using a recommended Bakuchiol. I actually really like it in my skincare routine. I think it's a great option for people who are new to retinol. You haven't got a vitamin A derivative in your life and you're worried about some of the nasties, the peeling, the irritation, the redness. You don't want any of that in your life, but you still want the benefits. Then a Bakuchiol could be a really great gateway into some more traditional forms of vitamin A derivative. It's super amazing in terms of an ingredient if you have sensitive skin. Loads of people who have sensitive skin just stay away from retinol, so they miss all that fantastic anti-aging benefit. So if you have sensitive skin, reach for a Bakuchiol, which will give you a lot of the same results, but you don't have to worry about that sensitivity and that redness, which your skin is already prone to. So it can be a really great alternative for you. Finally, for people like me who already have an established high-strength retinol in their routine, Bakuchiol is a natural go-to day in, day out. But on those days where I don't use my retinol, I do take some off days if my skin's really dry or if I'm phasing in a new product. I'll do it, say, every other day. This is a great product to use on the days that you're not using your traditional retinol, because it means you're not missing out on some of the benefits, but you're not going to trigger all that sensitivity and dryness. So it can be a really great product to incorporate in your routine on your off days. So let's be honest, what you're all here for is the recommendations. What are the great products that include Bakuchiol? And my number one, and the one that I use if I want to reach for a Bakuchiol, is the Inkey Bakuchiol. It's great. It's hydrating. It's in a non-comedogenic base, so it's not going to clog your pores. It's nice and hydrating. You get a good measure of the Bakuchiol. You need to use it morning and night, but it acts as almost like a moisturizer. So I would put this on just before your moisturizer, then top it off with whatever your favorite hydrator is, and you're good to go. It's a beautiful product. It's super affordable. Here in the UK, it's £8. It's around the $10 price point. Super affordable, and I haven't had any redness, dryness, or irritation from using the product. It's just a really nice one to layer into your skincare routine. If you want to go a little bit more bougie, a little bit more luxury, you're feeling festive and you want to splash the cash, then actually you could go for the Herbivore Bakuchiol. That's a really great Bakuchiol product, but with Herbivore, it's up there in price a little bit. Both of these are cruelty-free, which I absolutely love, so they're fantastic if that's what you're looking for in a product. And the Herbivore one, I think, is a really nice alternative to some of the more established and generic Bakuchiols. This one is in more of a serum form, so it's less hydrating than the Inkey, but that means it pairs really nicely with other people who may have peptides in their routine, and they want something that fits into that serum step. This is a really good one to reach for. I would also recommend this one over the Inkey if you have super oily skin, because there's no hydration to this. This is just getting that delivery of Bakuchiol into the skin. It's not layering on the hydration, so you don't feel like you're adding a layer of thickness to your routine that you're applying to your skin. It's a really nice option, but it's a little bit more up there in price point. I've left both below, so check them out if you want to know more details or the price point wherever you live. Just click on the link below. And finally, for people that don't want to fully trust Bakuchiol, and I hear you, because it's a newer technology, a lot of people say, actually, I don't want to just jump straight into Bakuchiol and throw away my traditional retinols. I won't recommend you do that anyway. I think this is more something to introduce you to rather than to replace your retinols. But you can combine the two, and Paula's choice to a 0.3 retinol with Bakuchiol. That's a super gentle, low to mid-strength retinol, but boosts the strength and the overall outcomes you can expect to get by adding in that Bakuchiol. So it's just a beautiful, hybrid product. Paula's choice, fantastic, cruelty-free. It's got a really great and robust ethics behind them, and I just love them as a brand. So I definitely recommend you check that out if you want to mix your retinol, but just up your retinol game a little bit by adding some Bakuchiol in there as well. This is a pre-mixed formulation and is divine on the skin. Super gentle, super effective, and really hydrating as well, which I absolutely love. So there you are, guys. This is like the 101 on Bakuchiol. I would love to know your thoughts and feelings on Bakuchiol. Have you tried it? Are you going to try it? I know there's a lot of skeptics out there that say, actually, why not just fight through the retinol uglies, get to the other side, and have that gorgeous skin? Do you need a Bakuchiol in your life? No, you don't, but I do like, as a trend, trends come and go, and some I'm really in favour of, and some I just think, need to die before they've even started. This is not one of them. I think it's definitely worth a second look if you're interested in getting the benefits of a retinol without any of the sensitivity. Reach for a Bakuchiol, and it can be a great addition to your skincare routine. Wherever you are in the world, guys, stay safe, stay well, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Take care. Bye.